So what are the cons of the command message? So based on my personal observation, I would say the first one is that it can be time consuming for you to produce all of these, even you have the raw materials. I see that can be a 4-day workshop. And secondly, it can be costly. So if you are early stage startup or you don't have that money, there's quite a bit of investment, and just bear in mind you have to actually do all these yourselves at the end. And the third thing is that I see the salesperson has to remember all the stuff here. Because you may think, okay, we got, the more detail will go better, right? Because, we just have all the granular stuff here, but everything actually at the end will be translated into a qualification. Then, if you asked before and you say, hey, customer, what's the default scenario you're with us? Oh, it's manual, it's complex. And then what kind of pains you experience? They will say, hey, I think I just told you, do you really need me to spell it out? The manual will translate into a lower productivity. So I would say quite some stuff here can be consolidated and leaner and easier for the reps to remember and utilize. And also added the receiving end, like why bias? Like I think all the things we do this is to help you progress a PO or POV much faster, right? The why bias need this. So I've interviewed 31 buyers. I think the typical value exchange is that I give you all information, I share that, but you act as a neutral consultant to say, all right, because I have seen so many similar customers as a vendor, so I would say, all right, customer, based on your experience, your pain, and your driver, these are the things you need. Also, we know that if you need these things, these are your focus, then we are a good fit. But if you want also extra, maybe this or that, then we may not be a good fit for you. So that's for one. Buyers can qualify much faster. And also you can qualify faster if you see this. And second part is that if you sell a technical solution, the gap will be even larger for the technical evaluator to translate into business case and dollar value. Say if you sell a DevOps solution, a cybersecurity, usually the technical evaluator, they use it, they test it. They can be they can be an engineer, a cybersecurity person. They love the product, but then the executives will ask, hey, why you cost 1.5 or 2 times more expensive this vendor compared to vendor B? Then with all the metrics and required capabilities also similar, like how we do the differentiator, the proof points, you could help the buyer to build the business case faster. And I know, if you are an innovator, you probably want to, hey, you don't want to compete on price. I think your key things about disrupting a key feature, a key unique differentiator, you really want to, highlight that. And this is a leaner version that I see, where, at the end, it's how you operationalize this document, right? So say if I'm a buyer, I'm on your website and I say, hey, if you rep asking me in a chatbot or, you have an automated form or whatnot, you will say, hey, what do you try to solve, Mr. Customer? So this is for a database, and we can say, hey, we want to improve personal emails accuracy and coverage. That's their differentiator. That's where you want to pitch. It's not about B2B, but it's really personal for recruiter. And then we can help you customize about your talent search filter, things like that. And then you can just focus on the pain, the required capabilities, also the key integrations, security. And these are all the main qualifiers that buyers have to go through when they on your website and quickly go through and say, hey, who we should shortlist, and then from maybe 2 or 3 vendors, which one we can start the POV. And if this one goes well, we don't need to consider anyone else. So this is where you have this thing to standardize. So if you are a SaaS founder, early stage startups or VP of sales, you are looking at, okay, we want to standardize our process, so we have a consistent message. And also you are thinking really be more transparent. You have a good product, you want to compete, you want to be more forthcoming to highlight your benefits. And maybe you also value, you see asynchronous communication is become more prevalent. There's a place for sync meetings, but there's also async, and then you want to be more effective. You also see maybe the future is more buyer-driven, a buyer-led process, where vendors playing more a consulting role. We don't get so much content. We really help to guide you and build. It's kind of like a HubSpot, right, in the space. Then this is something I would love to connect and chat. And something I can give as a value add that in the first conversation, I can ask, I can understand, and then I can produce a quick template for you as something to get started. So this would be an example.